first like Roblox Studio from the ground up video. And I will be showing you how to Roblox Studio, I guess. Um, so first I'm going to show you the navigation. I'm gonna close the sidebar and the output so that I just have this blank thing. So if you to open one of these tabs, you click it to have it sit there and like take up part of the screen like permanently. Double click it. So there it is. Uh, so the first tool I'm going to show you is the select button. It selects a part, nothing very special. You can drag it around. And then there is move, which allows you to move in a less chaotic way than this. Because if you do this, then okay. Then there is scale, which allows you to scale objects as uh, it infers, I guess. Rotate, which it rotates it. It's pretty obvious. Uh, so these are some. I would say these are kind of crude ways to make stuff exactly where you want it, but there it is for now. So and then here is the collisions. I'm actually no, I'm not exactly sure what this is. So I learn as we go. I guess I'll just watch someone else's tutorial about this. Um, so then there's the parts, which allows you to summon a part. It's pretty obvious. You just click on this to quickly summon one, and then you can also click this drop down to make a cylinder, a wedge, a corner wedge, a sphere, or a block. Um, you can drag your mouse to select multiple things, press backspace to delete, or you can right click and press delete like this, or you can just press the delete key if you have one. Uh, I do have one. I did not see that. Um, so yeah, that is kind of the basic stuff. There's also color, right? You can color stuff. You can also okay in the I'll show you how to make like your own custom colors later. And then there's also material, so you can have let's see, force field. I love force field. Um, Anchoring and unanchoring. What this does is that if it's anchored, it will stay where it is, and if it's not anchored, like so, it will not. But that's only when you run the game. So like that. See, it fell down. Uh, okay. So that's kind of just all there is there. It's not a whole lot. There's also the duplicate key, which allows you to duplicate stuff as it. I think it would be in Tails, right? Okay. In the model section, you know what? I'm just gonna skip to the view section. So the Explorer and Properties windows are probably the most important, followed by maybe like I don't know, one of these. I haven't used all of these. Um, you just click on it and it should pop up on your right. And if it doesn't, like if it's like right here, that's really annoying to me. You just put it on the right like this. And then if you click properties, it'll drag it over to the right, or just well, you'll have to drag it over to the right, left, uh, or it'll just pop up there itself. So the Explorer, this allows you to well, explore your world. It allows you to see what's inside this. For example, like this decal. If I am not using the Explorer, I cannot see it. But now that I am, I can delete it, and oh look, it doesn't have that spawn thing anymore. Here's a base plate texture. If I delete it, that's what happens. Press Control Z to undo stuff. Okay. So and then besides the workspace is where all this stuff is, right? There's also the players, which currently there's nothing in there. But once I load into the game, you can see that there I am. Don't mind my username. Dang it, I can't change my name. Okay. So and then there's lighting, which is like atmosphere, sky. I'm gonna delete all this. So it looks just a little bit different, I guess. Um, and then there is the material service replicated first, all this stuff. I'm not even sure if you'll need to use all of this, but it's there, I guess. Okay, so uh, replicated storage and server script service, as well as server storage, as well as some of these as well. There's they are what you would use to make like one of the more basic games. Um, anyways, now for the properties window. So when you when you're not selecting anything, there's no properties. But if you select, say, the workspace, you've got a whole bunch of properties. I'm gonna select this part, so you can see all the stuff here, right? The color of it, the brick color and color are this is like the color based off this, and this is the color based off like RNG. So you can make it anything you want. Even like this is not pastel green, obviously, but it's close to it. So like you know. Anyways, you can also see its position. So C frame stands for coordinate frame, and it is basically how much it is rotated, right? And then how much it is, and then like what its position in the world is. So like this. Um, Also, if you drag stuff around on a surface, it will orient itself to the rotation of the surface you're dragging it on. So if I scale this up a little bit, uh, rotate it, and then make it a little bit smaller, it should... Wait, okay. You know what? I'm not exactly sure how that works. But, um, so here, if you are having problems with like aligning stuff, like this is like say this is like 9.05, and that's just really annoying for you because what? I guess dragging it around makes it uh like align, but if you have something that's yeah, so if you drag it around, it should make it more aligned with the smaller numbers being less prevalent. Anyways, here you can also find the reflectance. I'm going to change this to another material so that you can see what reflectance does. So it basically just reflects stuff. I'm going to change this to plastic. Yeah, so it reflects the sky. And then there's transparency. Oh yeah, by the way, reflectance and transparency go from 0 to 1. So like, yeah, you can drag it around, or you can type something in yourself. Then transparency, it's pretty obvious. It's how transparent it is. Um, and then after that, there's also, you can also change whether or not it's anchored here. And there's also a lot of other things in here that I'm not going to get into today. But yeah. Um, okay, so now I'm going to show you how to put stuff into the workspace. So you just, or no, put stuff into anything really. You can put like, there's this plus thing next to everything, and you can use it to add something. Certain things can only be added to certain other things. For example, like a click detector or a proximity prompt can only be added to, I think, an attachment, which is just something that, it attaches. No, it doesn't attach, but like, it is kind of like an extension of a part. Um, so yeah. Okay. So I am now going to introduce you to scripting, like the actual scripts, the coding, if you will. So what you want to do is you want to get like a part, press this plus button, and then there should be script here, and if it's not, then just type it in or find it yourself. When you start a script, it'll say hello world. Now this is where I will show you the output. It should be right here. Okay, so the output is basically just anything that is printed or any errors or warnings, right? So okay, so war prints will just look like this. Hello world. I mean, wait, what? Warnings will look orange, and then errors will look red. Errors will crash your script, so avoid having errors. Okay, so now I will show you what how to use variables. I'm gonna stop this real quick. Okay, so a variable, you can do it like, okay, I'm gonna call it like, so a variable, you have to have it, you don't actually, no, you don't have to have it have an equal, you don't have to have it have an equal sign, but it's good to have it have an equal sign. If you don't have it have an equal sign, then it'll just have no value at all. The value will, I think the value will be nil, which most operators don't like working with nil. It will give you an error. Uh, but so a variable can hold any value and any data type. So a data type is just anything that holds a value. So like a number, a string. Okay. By the way, there are keywords, and if something turns a different color, then you know that it's a keyword. So I'm not gonna call it string because string is an actual like keyword for Roblox because that'll mess up my stuff. So you have to put quotation marks around a string. You can't say that string. A string is any like characters, right? So it could be one, as long as I have quotation marks around it, or it could be a, or it could be uh, just whatever you want. So like hello world, right? There's also tables. Uh, this is another keyword, so I'm gonna call it table. Uh, you to initialize or like to create a table, you do this. You make this little like these curly bracket things, and so you can have like multiple things in it. You can have any data type, any other data type. Well, no, not any other. Any data type in it. So like you can have a number, you could have a string, you could have another table in it with another number and another string. You have to put a comma in between them, and the list goes on. Uh, and then there are, let's see, integers. So integers are and numbers are interchangeable almost, but integers can only hold like numbers like 1 or 2. They can't have like decimals, or and I'm pretty sure they can't hold negative numbers. I'm not sure though. So always use number. It's just better. Um, Now and there's also booleans. Okay, so booleans are either false or they're true, or true or false, whichever one you want, whichever one you prefer. Uh, so they are useful in like if functions, like like that. Okay. Also, booleans can hold operations too. So I'm gonna put a parentheses around this just to make sure that it's processed first. So one equals equals. Okay. If you want to check if something is equal to another thing, you have to put equals equals and not just one equals, because I don't know. It's just how it is. So if one, so boolean equals one equals one, right? One equals one. This would give you true, right? And if it was this, it would give you false. Like, you see what I mean? Um, Oh yeah, by the way, tables can also hold booleans. So okay, and there are instances. So instances are any object, right? So first off, I want you to know the parent. I'm gonna uh kind of briefly explain to you the parent-child system. So this is the parent. The workspace is a parent, right? The camera is a child. The terrain is a child. The spawn location is a child. The script is a child of the spawn location because it's inside of the spawn location. And how you call a, a like something is, so first off, all these things, even though it doesn't show it, it belongs to game. All right. So game dot one dot is how you show like what you're calling. So game dot workspace, that means that I'm referring to game dot work, like I'm referring to this, right? And if I want to refer to the spawn location, game dot workspace dot spawn location, and now I'm referring to this. And if I want to refer to the script, dot script, right? Also, something random, right? If you type in script, it is referring to the script, to this, to like whatever this line of code is part of. It'll refer to that script. So when I say script, I'm referring to this script, which this all this code is in this script. Let's rename it. Right. If I say script, that means test, right? Because all this is in test. Okay. So that's an instance. By the way, tables can hold instances too. Um, by the way, when you have a table, it does not make these like it does not make the parent of these the table. It just uh like these are a value, and these are simply a reference. If you know what I mean. Um. Okay, so there's other ones which are vectors. Uh, Usually it's vector three. So initialize to initialize a vector, you're gonna need vector three, which you can press tab or double click if you wanna like if you see that, like, yeah, it just automatically puts it in for you. Um, so vector three is just a data type. So now you have to press dot, which dot can also refer to a function that it has, and this purple thing means it's a function. So vector three dot new. This is how you create a new vector three. A vector three is x, y, and z. It is like the coordinates of something, I guess. It can also be the rotation, but yeah. It's like, and also vector threes are can only be created from numbers, so 1, 1, 1, or integers, because these are technically integers. So that's a vector three. And this will return a new vector three, which has the x as 1, y as 1, and z as 1.05. Okay, so then there's C frames, which I already told you are coordinate frames. They are like the position of something in the 3D space and the orientation. So to create a C frame, you do C frame dot new, and they like vectors, they can also hold any number or integer, or yeah. Also, they can be negative too. So just so you know. Oh, also the tables can hold vectors and C frames. They can hold pretty much anything. Let's see, what else is there? I think there's also color, right? Color, yes, color 3 dot new. Um, so this returns a color from RGB. Basically, it combines red, green, and blue values to give you a color. So 000 would be black. 255, I believe, is a max. So this would be red. This would be yellow, and then this would be white because yeah. Um, So let's say I want purple. I would have no green, and it's just red and blue. And this is giving me a nice little magenta color, which, there we go. Oh, huh. Um, eh. Let's see. What else is there? There's brick colors. There's There's also a bunch of other things that I'm not going to explain here, but pretty much everything, once again, can be put into here, into this table, into any table. So yeah, that is mhm, that that's the end of the video, I guess. Bye.